sitting here at this Love's Travel Center, and right now it's 17 minutes after midnight. I got about 10 minutes left here before I get to start my pre-trip, so just want to take a couple minutes here to talk to you guys, tell you a little story. I know a few people have met celebrities and you know, famous people, but myself included. I was in the 4th grade and I was going to Jefferson Elementary School. I'll never forget it. It was me, Jeff Harrison, God rest his soul, a girl named Ashley Dills, and a girl named Nikki Jackson. We got chosen out of, I think it was like 400 students, to be able to go to on this field trip. We had a teacher named Miss Carr and Miss Adkins. They took us to the Charleston Clay Center in Charleston, West Virginia, to meet this celebrity. Now, this celebrity, he was in a lot of movies. He was the voice of Mufasa in The Lion King. He was the blind guy in the movie The Sandlot and The Sandlot 2. He is also the voice of Darth Vader from Star Wars, Mr. James Earl Jones. I got to meet this guy whenever I was in the 4th grade. Funniest guy that I actually met. I got to get his autograph. I don't have it with me because I'm in the truck, and I'm hoping whenever my dad moved out of his house that he actually packed it up and put it in storage. I actually need to call him and talk to him about that, or go see him and talk to him about that when I get home, which I'm actually going to do this weekend. I actually need to get in touch with him and talk to him. And my dad, he ain't got much time left. It's gonna hurt. I mean, my dad's been my rock since I can remember. But the day before I actually got to go to the Clay Center to meet this guy, me and a friend of mine that I had back in school, named Carrie Merritt. Me and him went out riding bikes one day, and we got lost. I mean, we was riding the trails in the woods, and we got off trail, and then don't know where we ended up at. We ended up somewhere in this little town that we shouldn't have been at, and got lost. And then I tried to find my way back, and when I finally found my way back, it was after my curfew. And literally, whenever I finally got home, I was all covered in mud because I'd actually tried to hit the trails again. Whenever I found my surroundings and know where I was at, I tried to get back on the trails to get back home, and wasn't paying attention to where I was going, and I hit this chain, and the chain went across this little pathway where cars and stuff would go to a ball field and, you know, clean the trash or cut the grass or whatever. And I literally hit this chain and flipped over my handlebars of my bike and tore my shit up. I mean, I tore my shit up. So I get home, and I'm all covered in mud and shit. And my dad asked me, he goes, "Where the hell you been, boy?" And I said, "I got lost. I was out riding bikes, and I flipped over the handlebars and tore my shit up." I didn't say that because I was in the 4th grade, so I didn't actually cuss at the time. But I was thinking it though. And that whole night, man, whenever my dad told me to go to bed, he goes, "You're in trouble. way, so far from this way. And I broke that several times. But this particular time, it was the day before I was supposed to go on this field trip. It was like the day after school let out. And, I was scared shitless, and I walked downstairs and I was in tears crying. I was like, Dad, I'm sorry. You know, I'm afraid that you're not going to let me go on this field trip now, and blah, 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 blah. I mean, I was bawling. My dad looked me dead in my eyes and said, son, you're going on your field trip, but once you get back, you're grounded. That was a relief. Needless to say, I went to meet James Earl Jones, got to eat lunch with him, you know, shook his hand, you know, got his autograph and this and that, and got home, and my dad looked at me and goes, son, did you have fun? I said, yeah, I actually enjoyed myself, and this and that. He goes, good. Get your ass to your room, you're grounded. I was like, fuck. I forgot I thought he'd forgot about me, you know, breaking curfew and this and that, and I told him, you know, I begged and pleaded with him. I was like, Dad, I'm sorry, you know, I lost, I couldn't find my way back and this and that. He goes, I don't give a shit, son. This is going to teach you a lesson not to disrespect me and blah 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 blah, and kind of pissed him off and pissed me off at the same time. But I got grounded for a week because of it. And then he let me ungrounded and went on about my merry little way. And then 5th grade hit, and the WWE was coming to Huntington. That's where I lived. I was in Huntington, and my dad was working at the Civic Center at the time, and he got me in. You know, he got me and my brother in. You know, he got us fifth row seats, and this was when WWE was actually WWF, and I'm not talking Attitude Era WWF. I'm talking old school WWF, the red, white, blue robes, you know, back before the Attitude Era even started. You know, this was 1994, 95, something like that. Like right before the Attitude Era actually kicked, you know what I'm saying? It was right in that transition. The Road Dogg Jesse James was there, and Billy Gunn was there. And I actually got to shake hands with them. And they actually had a match against each other. It was a dog collar match. And I was 5th row, and man, I was getting into it. Hardcore getting into it. And one of the security guards seen that I was getting into it, man. And they did like an intermission type deal, and one of the referees came out. I can't remember who he was. He came out, and the security guard was talking to him, telling him how intense I was getting into it, and this and that. And actually got me to come over the barrier and get into the ring and actually take pictures with Jesse James and Billy Gunn, and this was like right before DX actually got its kick. And I'm trying to remember who the other person was that was there. I can't remember. It was been so long ago. But I got to take a picture with a few of the wrestlers, which was actually pretty cool, and I actually enjoyed it. But fast forward to 2004. I'm out of high school, graduated, was living in Tennessee with my ex-wife, and there was this gas station that was right around the corner from where we was living at, and we was in there, and all of a sudden this guy walked in, had a tattoo chilled with him or talked to him and shit, and actually got invited to his house and chilled with him for a little bit. Hung out. You know, this was back in my drug days, and smoked out with him and drunk with him and partied with him and got fucked up, bro. But now, all that's behind me. I'm a truck driver now. I got a family I'm supporting. I'm looking for another job, actually, and I'm hoping to be able to get this other job, because the life on the road, I thought it was going to be awesome. The life on the road is not for me. I mean, I like my job, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's something that I wanted to experience, and I've been out here 6 months on the road. But I was talking to a lady yesterday, and she was telling me that the school board where I live is hiring for bus drivers, and it pays $117 a day. So you take 117, you times that by 5, and you get what? $585, $685, $585 a week. That's actually more than what I'm making on the road before taxes. And I don't have to worry about my escrow. I don't have to worry about deductions and this and that. And I can actually pay the school back from where I took my driving test and all that stuff, and actually start making a little bit of money on the road. Or I can take this other job where I'm making $15 an hour, which is actually pretty good pay too, and be home every night driving a dump truck. You guys tell me what y'all think I should do. It is what it is, one way or the other, but I like being on the road too. I mean, I get to see a lot of stuff, but I'm tired of the same run over and over and over. I want to get back on OTR if I do decide to stay on the road. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing, is just get back on OTR or going to another company and becoming an OTR that way, getting paid more. I'm thinking about going to JB Hunt. JB Hunt's paying 50 cents a mile. That's double what I'm getting paid now. So that's probably what I'll end up doing, is going to do that. But you guys comment down below what y'all think I should do. Should I go back OTR and stay with this company that I'm with now? Should I switch companies and go OTR with JB Hunt or Swift or CIF, which all three of those other companies are paying more than what I'm getting paid here? Or should I go home and drive a dump truck and be home every night? Or should I go home and drive a school bus or a city bus and be home every night? Like I said, y'all comment down below. This is my little story about the time I met James Earl Jones and a few other WWE/WWF superstars, and the time that I met Wyte, and the time that I been on the road. So comment down below what y'all think I ought to do. This is your boy Scotty.